So a couple of days ago I went to watch the Super Mario Bros. Movie with some of my friends, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. The animation is vibrant, the music is great, especially Jack Black. And the amount of Easter eggs present show those behind the film have a connection to Mario as much as the fans do. However, this is at the cost of good writing. While I'd give the overall film a solid 7 out of 10, I can't ignore the fact that the film has lackluster writing to say the least. Like, the most memorable parts of the film are the slapstick or anything involved in the Easter eggs. Most of the lines present are just lines you'd hear in any other films, and they just blend into the background, an afterthought compared to the animation. The characters themselves feel a little two-dimensional as well, but are primarily saved by their respective voice actors. The character I was most disappointed with in terms of lack of character development was Peach. The crew behind the film said they wanted to give her a new personality so she wasn't just a damsel in distress, but they went the opposite direction with her, making her almost perfect with no flaws at all. I understand why they did this, but she's not really that relatable, and I feel like they could have took a page or two out of Paper Mario's book for inspiration for her personality, because she's great there. I mean, her backstory is rushed so fast you'd forget it's even in the film, and this lack of character development goes for like every single character in the film, to be honest. The plot too feels quite basic. After Bowser gets to Superstar, nothing's done with it until like the very end, in which Mario and Luigi, you guessed it, go Super to defeat Bowser. I feel like making the plot that simple and cliche made it hard for the writers to think of anything for the characters to do in terms of their development, or actually making the plot interesting, especially since the film itself is barely over 90 minutes. So much plot or character development is rushed over for set pieces or cool Easter eggs, and it begins to be noticeable on reflection. Having Shigeru Miyamoto on for the film was always a mixed bag for me. On one hand, I knew he'd make sure that the Mario Castle and the world they inhabited would be as true to the games as possible. On the other hand, Miyamoto isn't really known for caring about stories, so it makes sense here why it's quite shallow for the sake of feeling more like the games. Personally, I would have rathered Yoshiaki Koizumi in the role Miyamoto was in, as he's previously brung story and character development to both Mario and the Legend of Zelda franchises, often clashing with Miyamoto over these decisions, especially with Galaxy 2. With Koizumi, the Mario movie could have felt more like a movie, and it's just missed potential that the story side is that forgettable. Hopefully he'll be able to have input on stuff like this for a sequel. Despite my rambling over the lackluster writing, I did enjoy the Super Mario movie quite a lot. I don't want to hate on the film, I think it shows that fans like me are passionate about the Mario movie being even better, and hopefully they listen to this feedback and improve the writing for future films.